So the end of last year, the New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V13 released, and this has been one of my favorite sneakers that I've tried on my feet in the last year. Honestly, the 1080 V13s were excellent. It was like super incredible. However, they have the new pair now, the 1080 V14s, compliments of New Balance. They actually sent over a care package. It was insane. They sent over like so many pairs, all the Gore-Tex pairs, and then 2 pairs of the 1080 V14s. And I think I'm gonna give away this second pair in the future. I don't know, somehow. Follow me over on Twitter and stuff. If you guys don't, I'm gonna give away that second pair because I don't need 2 of them right off the rip, but I do love that they sent me 2 different pairs. This other colorway, actually, I think I like better than the blue one, but both of them are excellent. Anyway, this video is sponsored by New Balance. They don't get to dictate anything I say in the video, but I really, really appreciate the fact that they're able to sponsor the content on this channel. And if you guys do want to show your support on the channel, the best way to do so is use the links in the description of the video to make the purchases of said shoes. So if you guys are interested in buying the latest and greatest 1080 V14s, you can buy them. I'll also post a link to the 1080 V13s as they still have them available on their website at a discounted rate. So you can get these now for $130. These new ones are $165, the price of the old ones. But I wanted to give you guys a quick review of this shoe. I will compare it to some other sneakers on the market in some other videos as well, because I've been kind of waiting for this shoe to come out so I can do a fair comparison to some of the other things kind of in that same price category and even in the price category above these. I'd say that these probably beat out most of the $180 shoes on the market comfort-wise. I feel like this is the best, like all-around, everyday, comfortable pair of sneakers that you can buy. Now, I have a lot of recommendations and I have a lot of top 10 comfort sneaker videos and stuff. This one has definitely been near the top on most of them. Summertime, I would definitely lean a little bit more towards the Rebel V4s because, you know, I like the extra breathability and those are incredibly lightweight. However, for just all around crazy comfort, incredible squishiness, the fact that they offer wide feet versions as well as extra wide, I feel like the 1080 V14 is heads above anything else that is out there. Now, first things first, I pulled these right out of the box, threw them on feet, and I was, I was like, okay, we're playing with good stuff here again. It is very, very similar feeling to the 1080 V13s. I will say that I did see people comment and say that this is a little bit firmer than the 1080 V13s, which I can confirm. This still is insanely soft and squishy, but comparatively, just a smidge difference when you're trying them on side by side. This one is a little teeny bit softer than this one. If you had to break it down in a rating, like this would be like a 9.5 soft squishy feel. This would be like a 9.4. Like it's that insanely close. There's so many other things on the market that are nowhere near where these are, so I wanted to point that out. Yeah, it's a little bit firmer than the 1080 V13s, but it's not anything that's crazy significant, to be honest. I mean, both of them are insanely plush and feel excellent on feet. The second improvement that I think that they made on the V14 specifically is the mesh on the upper. Now, some people are gonna like this better, some people might not, but personally, I love the fact that they made this a little bit more breathable mesh. From what the website says, it includes a triple jacquard mesh upper with increased breathability in key areas, and that was the very first thing I noticed when I put these on feet. I blew air into the toe box section and the tongue and whatnot, and it was definitely noticeably more breathable than the previous version. So I love the fact that they added increased breathability to the shoe, but they made those changes in certain zones, so it doesn't look like it's gonna decrease the durability of the upper by any means, but they strategically placed some extra breathability in certain areas, and I love the adjustment on that. And the last difference between the 14s and the 13s that I think is probably the right strategic move is the way that they actually lined up the rubber on the outsole. I feel like there is a little bit more stability on the 14s than the 13s, so it is very, very, very similar, but they just made such small adjustments that make you try these on and go, okay, like this is like a better version. Like they added a couple elements to the 14s that make you really go, okay, this is the real deal. Like they did improvements to the current model and now it is just a little bit better. Some of the other changes that I like that they made on the 14 is you have the back section here where it has 1080 down the back. I like that, but also it doesn't kind of like pillow out like on the previous one. So they kind of have this little weird little notch here on the 13s that sticks out, and on the 14s they kind of committed more there, and it just looks like there's more structure there instead of just this pillowed top. I like the larger gauge mesh on the tongue as well. I think that that is a nice welcome adjustment. As I mentioned, it adds breathability to the shoe. They also went back with a fused end on the side of the shoe instead of the like silhouette of the end. I like that as well. But the midsole is very interesting though, because the 1080 V14s, yes, it's a little bit firmer than the 13s, but I would say honestly you feel a lot of heel squish. At least I do, for the fact that I'm just a larger dude. Like, I feel crazy amounts of heel squish in this one, even though it is just a teeny bit firmer. So they're both incredibly soft on feet. It's definitely noticeable when I'm running around in them and stuff, and when I'm just walking the dogs casually outside, which I go on walks with the dogs now twice a day, which I absolutely love. Like, honestly, it's just great to like get myself out there and walking around, and it gives me a chance to really just give these a go and try them out. Something I appreciated from the 13s as well as on the 14s is, yes, you have a high stack of foam, but it's super soft in the forefoot as well as in the heel. So you definitely get a ton of heel squish in these because of how huge that midsole is, but you get a lot in the forefoot as well. And so the heel toe transition is really smooth. So you get a ton of cushioning as you step down, and then you get a ton of cushioning as you like step out. And it doesn't have like the propulsive feel that like Fuel Cell has or anything like that, but it's well cushioned. So I try to tell you guys in every video, but for those that don't know, Fresh Foam X and Fuel Cell are the two proprietary foams that New Balance uses in most of their running sneakers at this point. Fuel Cell is made really just to go fast. It has like more of a propulsive feel and a lot more spring back and responsiveness. Fresh Foam X though is more of like the recovery foam. So it's like the one that absorbs the shock and then like has like some spring back, but it absorbs like the impact and stuff, and it makes you have like a softer landing and stuff. So it absorbs more of the impact instead of has a propulsive feel like what the Fuel Cell does. Hopefully that helps you guys out there knowing which is which. But I will tell you that the Fresh Foam X feels incredible from a walking perspective, from a casual perspective. These are incredible when I'm running around in them as well. Obviously they feel amazing also. I'm not trying to get any PRs when I'm running the dogs though. So if you're gonna try for PRs and stuff, obviously they have a whole nother line for that. That's incredible. But for the best all around, most comfortable daily pair of sneakers, I feel like it did get better from the previous version. Again, because it adds a little bit more stability to the shoe. The stack of foam is very soft underfoot, but the foam compound is actually a little teeny bit softer in the 13s than it is in the 14s. The 14s are still like insanely soft. Like the difference between the 12s and the 13s were massive. The 12s were like soft, but the 13s were like ultra soft. And then these are definitely like more soft than like the 12s were. So on a scale, it would be like the 1080 V12s and then the 1080 V13s and then the 1080 V14s would be like right here. It's like, it's incredibly soft. So I don't want you guys to be misled out there, and I've heard people saying that these are firm, but they're not firm. Like comparison to most foams on the market, these are still heads above all of the rest out there. Now a little bit of information about the shoes. They do fit true to size. I'm a 9.5. They fit me perfectly fine. They did widen out the toe box a little bit as well. Some people complained that the 13s were a little bit too narrow in the toe box. The 14s right out of the box has a little bit of a wider toe box. So there is that, but they also do offer wide and extra wide versions over on their website. So if you're interested in those, again, link in the description. But it says, if we only created one running shoe, it would be the Fresh Foam X 1080. This unique combination of reliable comfort and high performance offers versatility that spans from everyday to race day. The Fresh Foam X midsole cushioning is built for smooth transitions from landing to push off, while a soft premium upper provides support and breathability. It says updates to the V14 include new triple jacquard mesh upper with increased breathability in key areas, and an updated outsole for a propulsive feeling, and additional rubber in high wear areas for added durability. These do weigh in at 10.5 ounces, which makes these a little bit heavier than the previous, which came in under 10 ounces. Support is neutral, heel toe drop is 6 mm, and these are considered extra soft. So they are a tad bit heavier than the V13s, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal considering you have a massive stack of foam here. It does look a little bit bigger than the previous version, and you do have additional rubber on the outsole as well, which would add a little bit of weight to these also. So is the New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V14 a buy for you at $165? Leave a comment in the comment section, things you like or dislike. I personally think that this is the best, most comfortable daily sneaker that you can get. Yes, there are pairs that have like more cushioning. Yes, there are pairs that are lighter, but this one offers the most balance and versatility with comfort at the forefront. I can do a comparison between these and the Rebel V4s and the More V5s. Leave a comment and let me know as well. I will throw this out there as well though. If you guys do want to make a purchase of the 1080 V14s or even the late model 13s, for now at least, they're on New Balance's website. I'll link both of them in the description of the video. This one being a savings of $35 is an insanely good deal, to be honest. At $130, you get lots and lots of value in this shoe. Being a late model is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's a great shoe that they just made slightly better. Like, so at the end of the day, you have like a shoe that I would give like a 9.8 rating to overall for like everyday comfort and stuff. And then you have another one that I'd probably give like a 9.7. Like, they're both incredible. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. I will give this pair away over on Twitter or something like that. I'll figure out a giveaway for the second pair. It's a 9.5 for those interested. But appreciate y'all for stopping by and watching, and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Appreciate everybody. Have a good rest of the day, and hopefully see you back on the channel for some more content soon. All right, peace guys.